Welcome to part two of today's walk, and I now have the cameras. I was trying to get film a bee right there. Oh, there's another one. And I lost my phone. But yeah, you can see bees, lots of sunflowers, lots of sunflowers, lots of sunflowers, and different colored ones too. I'm really happy. Like this one has some red on it. you know. These ones sprouted up all by themselves. These ones here, I planted that along here, sort of as a marker for a fence line right here. Simon's following me around. So, other than rhubarb, raspberries, and sunflowers, it's not been a really great year. I planted this I planted here. These here, right here, they're just doing their own thing. It's more of them doing their own thing type thing. You can see some of them grew very, very tall. Um, I have some are in here. Yeah, there we go. Cucumber trying to grow. Um, uh, I never did. It's been a bad year for things like peppers, although this one, sorry, I'm hung up on the sunflower. Yeah, you can see it's trying, but it's September, so I'm not sure how this is all gonna go. Oops, sorry. Try to go slower. Raspberries, lots of raspberries. Things that I lost a bunch of raspberry babies because I didn't get them transplanted right away. Lots of raspberries. Always a ton of weeds. Um, the experiment of the butternut squash. Um, they did grow. It was a store-bought butternut squash. And in here, somewhere, I think it was in here. There it is. I got one. So they will reproduce themselves. It's just not been warm enough, I'm thinking. Oh, there's another one. Right there. Meow. Yes, Bastion. So the only tomatoes that did well, and I did lose tomatoes, were these store-bought cherry tomatoes, and some of them are the tiniest little thing, but they've been really, really good. Very yummy. Just lots still. Never did get to the overgrown. All of these sunflowers here all are their own thing. These guys right here are their own thing. This one right here fell over and just grew up, so it's actually taller than what it looks like. In here was supposed to have been peas and lettuce, and all my lettuce did this mostly over the summer, and I lost my peas. Oh yes, and onion too, sort of a green onion. Apparently I have walking onions. Never did get in here. There's lemon balm in there somewhere. Potatoes that I put here are doing wonderful. I've got sunflowers growing really well here. But these ones in front, I did not do that. Ooh, look at this. Maybe a meeting of the minds? Look at all the ladybugs. That's so cool. There's like 6 of them there. There's 3 here, and then there was one over in here somewhere and one back there. But yeah, maybe a meeting of the minds. I've got my sunflowers fell over. These jumbo ones were some of the first ones I planted of the jumbos. So if I'm lucky, that will actually turn. They'll actually make seeds. It is bee. Oops, blurry bee. But yeah, a lot of stuff fell over. Got potatoes down in there. And I've been enjoying zucchini in here, but it's a mess. I never did get a chance to organize anything like I wanted between depression and everything. Some die, so take this dry leaf and put it back into the world. There we go. My strawberries are overgrown again, but I managed to rescue some of the store-bought flowers. So I got them. Oh, look at all the little buds. Rhubarb. Look at my parsley. Yeah, that's growing in a tire. An old tire. So I'm hoping that it will come back next year. Diamond. And over here, the currant bush is doing really well. It's doing really well. It's that tall now. Just really sad about peas because I like peas a lot. Okay, so back over here we have basil and thyme and oregano. So yes, it's definitely time for harvesting and working past things that are gardening. So yes, still very overgrown, never did get it cleaned up. The plan is to focus on that now and start doing what I normally do in the spring and sorry, I'm just short of breath. Start prepping garden beds so that in the spring I can just plant. So if the bylaw officer feels that my yard is still not up to, and I get another notice, I can not get caught out. That's supposed to be carrots and it's completely overgrown. But yes, hello Bastion. There's all my, got lots of cherry tomatoes. And they're not all doing, like the plants aren't doing like 100% well. Not enough water, I don't think, because everything was jammed in, type thing. Because I was rushing. Over here was cantaloupe, but it, like there again, not the weather for melons and squashes and tomatoes. I got some more beans. Oh, that's cool. There's beans right there. Beans wasn't a good year this year either, except for one bean plant did its thing, and then I clipped it with the hose and killed it. So that's not cool. So I've got this here that I did. There's a pile under these, this wild chamomile is gravel and dirt. So sunflowers and wild chamomile to cover. Another drop-in garden is over here where I put the rest very late in the rest of my cherry tomatoes. Lots of flowers, but I don't think it got in time to make fruit, to bear fruit. Tomato is actually a fruit. Anything that comes from a flower is actually a fruit. And that was, so I left those sunflowers over here growing and this over here, this here, so that it would hide the dirt pile. I get very good at hiding the dirt pile. The potatoes that I planted in here never did sprout. Nothing came up except some more sunflowers. And I only planted the ones in the back. How pretty the hollyhocks were this year. Got them going. And then, yes, there's this massive spot here that's just sunflowers all over, everywhere, just doing their thing. I transplanted over here beside the house. So I got sunflowers over here. Again, full. And chocolate mint grew up through the grass. These, I didn't plant any of these really. There's that tree from years ago. Kirk was still alive at the time when I planted that here. I had really good nasturtiums here. And they all went to seed. I just really haven't had the energy this year, you know, moving stuff and, oh, I don't know if you can see that, but you can definitely see this one. Large head has made seeds. So I need to dry it out a little bit. Maybe save that one. But yes, trying. I tried to organize my yard. This is still a mess. But yes, all of these, I moved from in here. I was digging out in here. You can see that pale one in the back. These are dropped and just growing all on their own. Same with those bachelor buttons. But yeah, this has been a year of, oh my God. There is a planter in here and a planter over there, and I only put I'm sorry it's blurry, 4 sunflowers each, and then had other stuff in there. And they just kept popping up and popping up and popping up. And the bee taking a break. Sunflowers are amazing for attracting bugs. Okay, over here. And like, I've taken some of the finished heads that are drying out now, and this fan died on me. I blew the motor. And so I've been putting them in there for the birds. So yes, yellow, pale yellow, very pale yellow. They're pretty. So pretty. So I have a variety And a lot of it's because of birdseed. Yeah. So we're just hanging out. I thought I'd take you for a little walk. Oh, and have a bit of a look. So I did get this all dug out. I've got a little bit of stuff growing back in, some grass and stuff. But I did get this scraped. So in the future, hopefully next year I can actually work on paths. That would be good. Oh, and not all my pansies died. Some recovered to give me flowers. And that's a viola. Or, as some people know them, Johnny Jump Ups. But I didn't get much done in over here. I did get that scraped up this year, so that's kind of nice. Oh, hooey. But yeah, it's been an interesting, I would mark it down as interesting this year. Completely still disorganized, but definitely getting things going. And yeah, I have not touched this since I dug it out earlier in the year. Not really. I did, whoops, some tidy up here to edge. That kind of thing. Oh, yeah, no, this is just insane. That's why I said it was the sunflower apocalypse. And I got this done. There were potatoes in there and sunflowers, but I think they're done. I think they're now deciding to be done. Looks like there's some teeny tiny little seeds in there. You probably can't see that. Potatoes in here and my petunias. So I did get some gardening done. There's another dropped seed one. I think it's so pretty this year. Front garden bed, so overgrown. And so with what I've learned this year is I definitely need to slow down. I need to embrace that this autumn, like really embrace that. And that'll mean that I will be treating myself kinder, because that's what I need to do. I need to be kinder to myself. I'm still very hard on myself about not having gotten where I figured I would be this year. Yeah, it's after roads. Yeah. So yes, remember, be kind, and especially to yourself. Pat yourself on the back for like even getting out of the bed if you have issues. I got dressed today and brushed my hair, so I'm really ahead of the game. And you know, yeah, pat yourself on the back. Enjoy the sunshine. It's autumn. It's time. It's back to school. And definitely time for all of us to slow down. We've had busy summers, lots of running around and stuff. And I know those with kids probably are still running around. So thank you, everybody, for joining me. Happy September. Blessings, blessings, blessings. Peace, love, and happiness. And thank you to all my subscribers for supporting the channel. You are definitely appreciated. Bye.